Morning. I just wanted to take a few minutes this morning on my hike to talk about some mortgage terms that we use. I guess you'd call it lingo or jargon that's sometimes used that I think a lot of people maybe don't know exactly what these terms mean. So I thought I'd take a few minutes on my hike to go through and explain a few of them. The first one I wanted to talk about is closing costs. Closing costs are something that as you're preparing to buy a home that you need to be prepared to pay at the transaction's end. And you'll see these detailed on your loan estimates, but these are over and above any down payment. And these include loan fees as well as other settlement charges like homeowners insurance, property tax, escrows. The total of those can vary from transaction to transaction, but usually these are costs that sometimes are paid by the seller, but not always. So you as the buyer need to be prepared that in addition to your down payment, there may be several $1,000s of closing costs that you need to figure on. And so we talk about this a lot with our clients on our team and help prepare them so that if they do need to pay them, they've got those budgeted. And those are always detailed in your loan estimate and closing disclosure so that you can be prepared to see what those are. The next term I wanted to talk about is appraisal. Appraisal is a report that details the valuation of your property and land. So essentially, this is the report that says, is the home that you're purchasing worth what you're paying for it? Or what is it worth? If you're purchasing a home for $300,000, in almost every case, we as the lender will order on your behalf, and this is part of your closing costs. But this report is designed to find out the value of the property. A certified appraiser will conduct this report, and this can take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks to complete. So it's part of the process that as we go through, we have that appraisal report done to essentially give you an indication of the property's value. Typically, it will come in close to what you're paying for it, but not always. And so it's important for us to analyze that report. This appraisal will also tell you whether or not the property meets basic conditions that are required by us as the lender to be met. That the property is in a condition that is satisfactory to be lent on. The next term that I want to go through is called mortgage insurance. This is probably one of the most common questions I get asked. Mortgage insurance is an insurance premium that, generally speaking, you as the buyer are required to pay as part of your mortgage payment if you do not put at least 20% down on the home. So for example, if you're looking at a home that you're wanting to purchase for $300,000 and you're putting 3% down or $9,000, and so you're borrowing $291,000, you are going to have to pay mortgage insurance or a premium that will be added on to your basic loan payment. And that premium is there to protect the lender in case you default. And that mortgage insurance portion of your payment, and we'll talk about this more when we talk about the components of a mortgage payment and what is included, but that portion of your payment in many cases will drop off once you reach approximately 80% loan to value or that 20% equity. So that's something that you need to be aware of. It doesn't last forever necessarily on your loan payment, but it is there for a period of time until you reach a loan to value position that is more comfortable for the lender, where you do not have to carry that. And that is roughly 80%, in some cases 78%. So we'll get into that more in future videos, but that's just a term that I get asked about a lot. It is not the same as your homeowner's insurance, which you pay for as a part that covers you for in case of theft, fire, loss, etc. So the next component that I want to explain is what makes up your total monthly mortgage payment. I oftentimes see lenders that advertise your payment could be this, and it only includes the principal and the interest portion. It does not include taxes. It does not include homeowners insurance. It does not include mortgage insurance. It does not include estimated HOAs. So what you need to be aware of is that your payment that you're going to be actually paying each month is going to be consisting of your principal and interest, which is the amount that you're actually paying back to us as the lender for what you've borrowed. Then it will include a component typically for homeowners or hazard insurance. This is the insurance used to cover your property against theft, loss, fire, etc. Then you'll have your property taxes portion. This is the amount that you pay to your county or other municipality for the taxes, typically included in your mortgage payment. Then you will also, in many cases, in our example, have mortgage insurance, which is what you're paying monthly to ensure to the lender that if you were to default, that they can recoup their investment. All these components get added on so that when you're looking at your monthly mortgage payment, if you see principal and interest only advertised somewhere, you know that is not including all the components that you're going to have to pay. Our estimates that we send you will always include all of the components estimated so that you can properly budget what your monthly payment will be. Very important to understand this. Okay, so just finished my hike. Just sitting here in my vehicle and wanted to go through one last term, and that is loan to value. I get asked this a lot, Paul, what does loan to value mean? This is the ratio of the borrowed amount to the value of the property. So if you are doing a home purchase or a refinance, whatever that home's value is, and whatever you are borrowing, that percentage is what is considered loan to value. So for example, in our $300,000 purchase price, if the appraisal also comes in at least $300,000 and I borrow $291,000, my loan to value is 97%. That's how much I am borrowing as a percentage of the value of the property. It's a term we use a lot, and so just wanted to pass that along.